Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Abimbola Olawale. And today we'll be talking about a deep dive into geospatial visualization into using IpyLeaflet. Okay, a brief about myself. A brief about myself. I'm a data analyst at Data Science Nigeria, and my major interests are in geospatial analysis, statistical modeling, and machine. I and a quick brief into what we'll be doing today. Okay, we'll be looking into the birth of geospatial analysis. I'll talk about creating basic maps with IpyLeaflet. I'll talk about adding markers, valuing shape files or geospatial data on the files on the base maps, and we'll also play around some IpyLeaflet widgets, and we'll also be exporting um, our maps into HTML. All right. Okay. So yeah, of geospatial analysis. Um, in 1854, there was this guy called John Snow. And during this period of time, a cholera outbreak happened, and there was this need for serious attention, where such that the disease is spreading, and this during that period of time, people believe that the the disease is being spread through hair, that it is. But this guy, who is also recognized as one of the fathers of epidemiology, says it is actually not an airborne disease. So he decided to like draw the streets and everything in a paper where my cursor is, something like this. And at the end of the day, after drawing the major occurrences per location on that sheet of paper, he was able to understand that there was a pump, there was a water pump that is supplying water to those people in that particular environment that is damaged and has some lot of issues, and that is where the disease is circulating. And with that, they were able to understand the fact that they were able to understand that it is the poem, and that is one of the powers of visualization, geospatial visualization. Okay, so IpyLeaflet is like a bridge between leaflet.js and Jupyter environment, such that you'll be able to use your mapping capabilities on Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebook. Or yeah, so let's go straight into the work of today. Okay, so like I've said, my name is Abimbola Olawale, and the tutorial for today will be found on my GitHub. Just go to github.com/olawale0254/PyCon 20 online. Okay, first and foremost, I would like the format of geospatial data. Geospatial form of can come in different form per se. It can come in text, which is probably CSV. It can come in text. It can come in shape files. It can come in open. We have OpenStreetMap OSM files. We have rasters. Those are TIFFs. We have GeoJSON. We have JSON, and the rest of them. Okay. Based on the based on IpyLeaflet, to install it, I think going through the documentation will be the best. You can actually use pip install. Probably we should check that up. Coming, I think my network. Okay, you can actually use pip install to install IpyLeaflet on your Jupyter notebook or Anaconda environment. And I as of today, I don't think IpyLeaflet is working on Google Colab, so you might not be able to use it on Google Colab platform. Okay, so straight down to one of the major works of today, which is base maps in IpyLeaflet. They are different. One of the beauty of IpyLeaflet is that they are different. It has different base maps which you can play around with. Different. For example, I have like almost 12 or 15 base maps here that we can actually play around with. And okay, let me just run the code coming that we can actually play around with. We can see OSM, we can see Eric's world map. It has Google Maps too. We have IpyBike. Those are just basically base maps. I'm coming. My internet is somehow, so it's coming up now. All right. Okay. So these are the kind of maps IpyLeaflet base maps. For example, let me go to word imagery. Word imagery. This is a very good example. There is this. This is another one. We can use word street maps too. So basically, these are just the major types of base maps that we can play around with in IpyLeaflet. Oh, okay. Creating just a basic map. By default, IpyLeaflet works with I think OpenStreetMap by default. So a map, okay, if we want to create a map, the first thing I'll do is I will import IpyLeaflet after installing in your Jupyter notebook or Jupyter lab. And after that, okay, from IpyLeaflet, I'm importing map, and my basic map is I'm defining it to be okay, my basic map. So I'm writing a function that to create a map using a zoom of 4. This zoom will be the way you want your map to display, whether it is how closer you want it to. Okay, for example, let me run this. I'm using this as a zoom with zoom of 4, and we can see we can see that it's playing the map of Africa. Okay, okay, let me use a zoom of 2, a zoom of 8. What I mean by zoom, you can see that so it depends on the way you want it to, the way you want to scale it. That's how it comes up. Okay, so yeah, basic map with different base maps. Okay, we've talked about different base maps there. We've talked about different IpyLeaflet. So now creating it, since we've imported in the cell we've import IpyLeaflet and we've created our map. So now what I want to do here is just to create a basic map using this Eric's word topo, topo map as a base map for my map. So for example, if I load this, you find out that it's guys that we've loaded before. So it's a specific a particular map which I have created. And the difference between these, this one is using OpenStreetMap. The first base map is using OpenStreetMap as its base map, but here, and by that is by default, but here I have specified that my base map Eric's word topo map. So now, and just a good example of it, we use another for okay, another base map. This is another base map. Okay, this is another base. Okay, let me try this. Which is statement column. Statement what's the color? Let me this. Come in. Let me comment on the last one. I'm coming. Okay, we can see. So this is how to set our maps in IpyLeaflet, and we can also adjust our zoom level. We can level. So I'll move to marker, adding of marker. For example, I want to add a marker of a particular location on the map. So now the first thing was to import from IpyLeaflet. I import map and I also import marker. Then geocoder, and now I am trying to, okay, now my location, I had to code my location using geocoder.osm to be Ashesi University, Ghana. Okay, it's a university I love. I have been there once. And okay, and I also function that will take the latitude and longitude of that particular location. So what this will do is this will use OpenStreetMap API to pull out it will use map to pull out the location Ashesi University, and this function here will take the latitude and longitude of that particular location. And now by creating my map, it's taking longitude, and here in I'm also creating a marker. In the marker, I state the title of the marker should be Ashesi since it is the location. And by running this, okay, by running this, I have my map displayed. This is the location. This is my location. So if I want to change my location, for example, I want to change it to Yaba in Lagos State. That's Nigeria. I'll just clear this off. And I'll give it Yaba Lagos, and I'm going to change the title. Yaba is actually a place in Lagos. Lagos. And I this. Okay. Then my plot. Okay, this is it. In Lagos. Let me try and zoom in so that we can have a clear view. Yeah, we can see it's in Lagos. So that is set map. Okay, a single marker in IpyLeaflet. Okay, adding multiple markers now. Here, what I did was I actually had to source for data. I like, okay, the data I used here was gotten from grade 3. You can check it out, grade.gov.ng. It's an open open data bank. You can get some geospatial data, and it is actually basically Nigerian data. Sorry. So I got the location of all of schools in Lagos, Ogun State, Delta State, Akwa Ibom, and Kaduna, and I matched them. When you check my, if you want, you can check my my GitHub in this same Python Africa 2020. You will see the data cleaning process which I have done, which I used in merging all these data together. And what I did was, sorry, if I don't use a center level, it will not the map will not come to the in general. So I had to indicate a particular latitude here so that it will zoom level. So I used the longitude and latitude of Nigeria so that it will zoom to that level. I brought my data in, and from there the row of my longitude and the latitude, the colon of my longitude and latitude, and the name. So by coming I'm coming, the internet is, I think it's the internet. Okay, cool. By running this, I have, oh, sorry. By running this, I have the longitude and latitude, the multiple markers. For example, looking at this now, this is a particular government science. Okay, this is a school, I think in Kaduna. So this is a, let me come down to College of Education at Delta State. So that is all right. So now let's see another thing we can do with IpyLeaflet. This is overlaying spatial data, overlaying spatial data on IpyLeaflet, and there was a shape file, sorry, a GeoJSON file with Africa 5%, and I you can see, just as I did in the multiple marker, I also centered my on I centered it on I'm coming. I sent to be on Africa, to be Africa, the longitude and latitude of Africa. Okay, did was I imported my GeoJSON file and I overlay it using the specific style guide, and by running this, all right, by running this, I this we can the map. Okay, it's I'm using a base. Okay, I'm using OpenStreetMap base map. So this is another example, and with this we can also zoom out. Yeah, so this is Africa. I think the okay. So cool. Let's move to the next. Creating Clearplot and IpyLeaflet. So I'm actually using the African shape African GeoJSON data plot earlier on. I used that, and what I did was I had the population of African countries with the data. I imported a CSV file, and combining it together, combining this together, I have okay. Combining this together, we have something like this. Sorry, I think combining this together, we and running this. Okay, let me just run explaining, because let me just run it. Here we can see the map of Africa, and this indicator is the population of these African countries, and in the way it should color the legend based on this function. You can see, if you can see my cursor here, and with that I was able to like match the two the African shapefile and the population data. I was able to match them together, and at the end of the day I was able to build something like this, okay. So the next thing we'll look into is just, which is I think the last part of this session, is play and with these tools you'll be able to do some little amazing things, stuff that are amazing. Okay, for example, I am creating a basic IpyLeaflet, and here come in. So the first thing I did here was to create a basic map, like a basic map control. That one is different from what I first did. And here you can select the particular type of basic map you want as the base map. The base map you want. For example, I choose the second OpenStreetMap black and white. It will change. It should change. Okay, let me try another. Yeah, it has changed. My internet is just too slow. Okay, OpenStreetMap black and white. The word street map. So with these, I was able to create okay, something like this to show, for you to just select from the something. So another tools you can create here is Another, it's the draw control. Probably you want to draw something on your map. Okay, it's so I'm in cool as a draw control. I'm adding, so when you, since I since my map is here, because codes with the map I have here, so now we can see that the draw is here now. Before, we can see it's now here. So for example, if I want to, I can actually draw. We can see thing. Okay, so this is actually part of it. Let me use another one. Let me use another control. Let me just cancel this and use another control. Let me use this. Okay, that okay, and I just press my oh cool. So the next thing we can, okay, I'm not done with the drawing yet. Let me just press finish. Okay, I have some kind of triangle on my, I have just drawn my map. Let's move forward. That is for such for the square and line and rectangles. We can draw stuff like that. So now I want to initiate the search. We can also initiate the search control. Let me just run this, and after let me go back here. You can see that the search button is here. It's actually, and we can actually use it now. Okay, for example, okay, let me just type Africa. Okay, these are just some which I can go to, and that is how it will. So let me just let us try. This is the full control widget. You can, let's, the full control widget. uh I think it should be there. I think the widget contains almost all of the things we need. We've been adding one by one, so it depends on what's okay. The Africa something that I searched, this is it. This is it. Let's continue. Okay, and also I think Sakumaka. Yeah, Sakumaka. This Saku. Okay, let me just try and initiate it. And I've added it to the. We can, let me check. Where is it? Okay, I'm trying to draw the circle. I'm trying to locate it. I'm sorry. Okay. So I use a particular location like this. This is a circle. I'm trying to draw it. I don't know, it's the internet is bad and it's making everything slow down. Okay, I think this is it on the map. Then I think the last thing here is splitting our map into two, probably using different base map. So okay, let me just splitting our map into two. Here we are trying to split our map into two different parts. Okay, so you can see from the function I import the base maps, I import base map ties, and I use the split map control, which is in IpyLeaflet. Use the right to be a particular with a particular base map, the left with particular base map, and after running it, I have this. Let me just go back so that we can yappy, and this is it. Yeah, this is actually the map. So we can see these are two different maps. Yep, two different. And lastly, we export it as HTML. The first map of the map I drew with we can see the HTML file, and I think that I talk. If you want to connect with me, these are my contacts. Yeah, and please remember the link to the some tutorial is on my GitHub. You can just get it from there. Thank you. Thank you.